The first time I ever saw scrapbooking was, gosh, it's been a long time ago.
I was a sophomore in high school.
The first time I scrapbooked, I was with my mom. At the time I was 16.
It was a church women's meeting where we were doing kind of crafts, and two ladies from Nashville came and brought their scrapbooks. I had never ever seen a scrapbook before. I thought it was pretty cool.
I joined the student council and I became the historian. So basically for a whole class period, I would just sit and scrapbook. I would scrapbook pep rallies or sports pictures or anything that was kind of happening in our high school at the time.
Didn't really get into it tons at that time. I remember kind of scrapbooking a little bit sporadically. What really got me into scrapbooking is when I had kids. When my oldest son was born, that's when I think I became a scrapbooker.
I was hooked. I enjoyed it very much.
I was completely thrilled with that page that I had made, and from that moment on, I have been hooked on scrapbooking, on preserving my family's memories in a creative way.
So this is my first scrapbook.
This is my very first scrapbook.
This is the first page that I made after I went and scrapbooked with my mom.
I was on a teenager budget, and basically I used what I had. So, you know, stickers and papers and shape scissors and all of that fun stuff.
This is one of my first pages where I take a perfectly good photograph and cut myself out of it 9 months pregnant.
You can see my style's quite a bit different from what it is now, but I love it.
Oh boy. I don't think at the time I'd have been able to describe it to you, but now looking back, for me, it gave me identity. It gave me a sense of identity, and it allowed me to kind of make sense of everything that was happening.
When my oldest son Jason was born, I had so many pictures. I think I took like 11 rolls of film the first couple of days he was born. It was really bad.
I was able to kind of evaluate as I was scrapbooking, as I was picking out my pictures and putting a theme to my pictures.
I had so many pictures and I really wanted to do something with them. I just hated the thought of them sitting in a bucket and, forgetting some of the special moments.
When I saw them take their photographs of their family and use paper and stickers at that time, but putting them together on pages and in albums, and watch their children kind of flip through those albums, something just touched my heart.
That's what really drew me to scrapbooking and really getting back into it, was that idea of being able to document my son's life.
I watched what they were doing with pictures and keeping their memories like that, and I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
Also, I think that it was an escape for me. It allowed me to kind of retreat into my own head and to, like I said, figure things out, kind of escape from the drama or the demands of life, and to just reflect on my life as it was right then. And I think that all of us need that in our lives.
20 years later, I'm still hooked, just like I was that first night.
The same thing, a sense of escape.
It fills a creative need that I personally have.
I love paper. I didn't know I loved paper when I started.
Especially as a young mom, I remember the same feeling that, the hustle and bustle of the kids all day long, that I needed some time to myself. And so I would put a movie on at night and I would scrapbook. It rejuvenated me, made me ready for the next morning to do it all again.
I love to create. I love to scrapbook, I make cards, I love to do crafts and make pretty things for my house.
I love the patterns and colors in paper. I love putting them together. I love using them to create a feel for the pictures that I'm scrapbooking, and that enjoyment has never gone away. I finally feel like I'm good at something. I really like that.
I feel joy when I create, and that's one of the reasons why I keep going.
The beauty of scrapbooking is that it's doable for everybody.
Honestly, I think most people feel a need deep inside to be creative.
This is not hard it's enjoyable, and I think people make it hard because they think there's a certain way they have to do it, and they don't know how, and they don't know how to get started.
They maybe don't think that they have the talent for it, or maybe it looks a little overwhelming.
But with the right tools and the right guidance,
I think this is just an incredibly simple, beautiful way to express creativity.
Also, it's kind of an unselfish hobby. You know, it's something that you are absolutely doing for yourself, but you're doing it also for future generations, for your children, for your family.
you make a scrapbook layout and show it to your family, you will have that warm feeling inside that says you did something good for your family and they appreciate it.
It's kind of one of those hobbies that you can have and you don't have to have self-guilt, you know, that you're taking time away for yourself.
I'm interested in family history. I always have been since I was a teenager.
I've always wished that I could write amazing journals, and I've tried so many times over the years to be really good at it, just to kind of document those moments in my family, but I'm terrible at it.
I want to leave something behind for my family, and scrapbooking is one of the best ways I've found to do that.
For me, with scrapbooking, what I love about it is it's basically creating that journal for my family.
We are so much more than just a date. We all have a story, we all have memories, we all have moments in our lives that define us.
When I get pictures of family that lived long ago, it's the most precious thing to me. If it was attached to a story, it would be even more meaningful. Why was that picture taken? What was happening at the time? Who are the people in the photo?
It really is something special to be able to share that through the lens of your perspective.
It's allowing me to tell my family's story in a unique way, and I love that future generations get to see it and enjoy it and maybe come to know our family a little bit better through that family journal.
To experience what that feels like when you watch your children flip through an album and to see them remember moments that they wouldn't have remembered otherwise, and to connect with that and to feel special in some ways, you know, that there is more to their story as well.
It's something you can save and pass down for your family. That's important to me. Preserving the pictures and the stories that go with them. I think that's something doable for everybody.
If anything that I mentioned resonates with you, it would be a good indication that this is a good hobby for you to invest your time and energy into.